Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Cancer for March of 2013. This also applies if you have a Cancer ascendant. So my dear Cancerians, this month there's a big focus on learning, studying, teaching, sharing information. If ever there was a time to do anything involving travel, planning a trip, going on a trip, this will be the time to be planning it. Because don't forget, we still have Mercury retrograde until the 17th of the month. Goes direct on the 17th. So during the retrograde would be a good time to think about where you'd like to go, to plan the trip, but actually go on it ideally once Mercury goes direct on the 17th onwards. Also, Mercury retrograde is not the best time for making very big purchases, and also not the best time really for signing important contracts. And especially as Mercury retrograde is in your 9th house, this would be a really important time to be careful of anything legal, any legal documents, anything involving authorities, immigration, taxation, all of these things. Be extra careful the first couple of weeks of the month. Make sure any paperwork you've got, you're paying really good attention to the details, because the issue with Mercury retrograde is that we very often have to repeat something, or there's been a mistake, because Mercury rules the mind and the thinking processes are not always quite so clear during a Mercury retrograde. So it's a good time to be planning and thinking about what it is you want to do, where you'd like to travel, where you'd like to go, but not the best time to be actually doing it. And especially important, as I said, be very careful with signing important documents before Mercury goes direct on the 17th of the month. But it's a wonderful time for studying, for learning something new, or for sharing information with other people. So we've got a lot happening for you this month, Cancerians, in your 10th house of career. Sun conjunct Mars in the 3rd week. It's a wonderful time for getting on, for pushing ahead, for really going for what you want, for not making too many compromises, for really just sticking out, for maybe you need to clear the air. Maybe something needs to be said at work. Time to do it once Mercury is direct and Mars and the Sun come conjunct for you in that 10th house of career. We've also got Mars and Uranus conjunct as well towards the end of the month. So this could bring about a lot of changes in your work area. Could be a sudden change in the structure of how the work is structured. Maybe a change in boss, a change in authority. Maybe you suddenly move to a different department or a different job altogether. But certainly there's going to be some sudden changes connected with your career and your life direction. Also, be careful about how you're moving. Make sure you're not doing things too quickly, because there's a tendency there could be minor mishaps that happen with this Mars-Uranus energy coming together towards the end of the month. Now, I've got to remind you, my dear Cancerians, that Jupiter, planet of good fortune, comes into your sign in June of this year. And it's there for a whole year. It happens every 12 years only. Jupiter comes into your sign. So now's the time to be thinking about your dreams, about your wishes, about what you want to create for yourself in your relationships, your finances, your home, your career. Start thinking about it now, because once Jupiter comes into your sign, it's going to be time to take more risks. I know Cancerians, you don't like a lot of change, but with Jupiter in your sign, it brings good fortune for new changes, new lessons, new things to be coming into your life. I know there's a lot going on still with relationships. Pluto in that house of relationship is certainly transforming the way you see relationships, the way you deal with them. Try not to get too obsessive about certain relationships. Maybe it's just time to release, to let go, even to be on your own. I know Cancerians, you're a water sign, you don't mind a bit of solitude. For those of you who are frightened of it, maybe it's time for that. For those of you who are in a serious relationship, make sure there's enough independence between the two of you, that you're getting enough freedom to do enough of the things that you want to do and you're not having to make too many compromises. So there you have it, my dear Cancerians. I wish you a great month. Thank you to those of you who come for readings and ask me questions and sign up for the free newsletter. I'm always delighted to hear from you. Bye for now.